this like relatively small cabal of white men who have dominated so much of climate discourse. And their voices are super valuable, but they are not the only voices that are valuable, especially when we think about the depth of transformation that needs to happen, right? Those who have been kind of most supported by the status quo are probably not going to have the boldest ideas for how to change it. When we think about the polling of who cares, right? Who's more concerned? Who's more engaged? We see people of color and we see women. There's a consistent gender gap and a consistent race gap in polling around climate concern and action. And then also, we're talking about it to change everything. It takes everyone. To also quote Ayanna, that's the situation we're in. We need the biggest and strongest team possible. And the solutions that are, maybe the favorites of Silicon Valley and engineering schools, those have a place at the table, but they're not the only ones. And even when we think about Project Drawdown's work, there are solutions that we haven't been able to include because there's a commitment to quantification in Project Drawdown's work. That depends on existing data and research, right? None of it's our data, none of it's our research. So it's really a synthesis effort of existing work. And if that work hasn't been done, by a think tank or in academia, et cetera, it's not there to be included. And so, we see the way that the ripple effects, right, of not having genuinely diverse and inclusive and equitable leadership plays out. And the outcome of this rage hike, our small contribution to trying to shift this, is Ayanna and I curated and co-edited a collection of just incredible wisdom by 41 women leading on climate in various ways in the US. But we were also really intentional about including art and poetry, because we don't know how to have this conversation in only a sort of logic essay kind of mindset, right? We also need the Alice Walkers and Mary Olivers of the world to help us feel our feelings and know that we're not alone.